Explain the difference between type 1 and type 2 errors in hypothesis testing. The type 1 errors are false positive. This is where you reject the null hypothesis, but it is actually true. An error in claiming statistical significance, and there isn't any, similar to saying that a man has a positive pregnancy test. The type 2 error is the false negative. This is where you fail to reject a null hypothesis when you should have rejected it because it is actually not true, meaning there is a statistical significant difference, but your test failed to detect it. So this is like giving a negative pregnancy test to a pregnant woman. We mitigate the errors is by setting the alpha and the beta. The alpha is the threshold below which the p-value or the probability should lie. It's a measure of how much tolerance you are building into your test for this type 1 error. But if you make the alpha too low, you run the risk of causing false negatives where there is statistical significance, but because your alpha is so low, then you are not able to prove the significance. So you end up getting a false negative. In the case of a medical diagnosis or a medical test, you want to avoid the false negatives, making your test stringent enough that you will detect any type of significance that's there. Whereas in the legal system, you're more focused on not convicting anyone wrongfully. So your emphasis is on minimizing any kind of the false positive.